Hello students, today we will start a new chapter from literature, The Ransom of Red Chip, written by O. Henry. O. Henry is the pen name of William Sidney Potter. Pen name means while writing the stories, the writer used this name. So William Sidney Potter, he uses O. Henry when he used to write on the stories. He was born on September 11, 1862 and demise on June 5, 1910. He was an American short story writer. His stories are known for their surprise endings. Okay, the 600 stories children that he wrote are notable for their humanity, humor, compassion, and irony, and also for the unexpected twist in the ending. The chapter which we are going to learn now, The Ransom of Red Chief, is one of the superb example of his such stories which has unexpected twist in the ending. Students, you all might have learned or saw the kidnapping occurs in the film, and you will find always that it is the victim who is going to suffer. But in this story, you will find just the opposite. As I just now I told you that in O. Henry's story, you will find the means opposite endings, some surprise endings. Na? So in usual cases, it is the victim who is going to suffer. But in this story, you will find it is the kidnapper who is going to suffer. How? That we will see. मीन्स स्टूडेंट आपने किडनैपिंग सीन्स देखे होंगे मूवीज में, तो आपने हमेशा देखा है कि जिसे किडनैप किया जाता है उसे विक्टिम कहते हैं हम. विक्टिम हमेशा सफर करता है, बट इस स्टोरी में यू विल फाइंड कि किडनैपर्स सफर करते हैं रेदर देन जिस बच्चे को वो किडनैप करते हैं. ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द स्टोरी. वी वर डाउन साउथ इन अलाबामा, Bill Discroll and myself. Myself means it stands for the author, Henry. Okay. When this kidnapping idea struck us, there was a town down there as flat as a cake and called Summit, of course. So students, the author and his friend Bill, they were in south of Alabama. Alabama is a place in America. So when the idea of kidnapping came in their mind, it strikes in their mind, they were in Alabama. Okay, and nearby that Alabama, there a small town is there known as Summit. The name of that small town was Summit. Now, why this kidnapping idea came in their mind? What is the need to kidnap someone? It is not a good thing, now. So let's see. Bill and I had a joint capital. Capital means amount, money, of about $600, and we need just $2,000 to buy some land. So that is the reason, children, why they were means this the kidnapping idea came in their mind, as they were having joint amount $600 with them and they need 2000 more dollars to buy some land. मीन्स कुछ प्रॉपर्टी और लेने के लिए उनके पास ऑलरेडी $600 थे, दोनों के अमाउंट्स ऐड करके उनको 2000 मोर डॉलर्स चाहिए थे. So the easiest way which they thought is to kidnap someone. Okay, and since, let's continue, love of children was strong in country people, we decided to kidnap a kid from that town. So as they all know that love for the child is more in the country peoples, means the city areas, the peoples, the rich peoples, they decided to kidnap a kid from that town, and for this the town which they select is Summit. The name of that place was Summit. So we choose for our victim just now I told you जिससे kidnap करना, that person is known as going to be termed as called as victim. So we choose for our victim the only child of an important citizen named Ebenezer Dorset. What was the name of that wealthy person whose whose kid is they are going to kidnap? Ebenezer Dorset. Belong to the place Summit. The father was a respectable man in the building trade and a strict, upright man. The kid was a boy of 10 with freckles having the brown spots on faces, and hair the color, means red color hair the boy was having brown spots and red color hair. And what was the age of that boy? 10 years. Of the cover of the magazine you buy when you want to catch a train. Bill and me thought Ebenezer would offer a ransom of at least $2,000, but wait till I tell you what happened. So, author says they thought to select a victim from that particular the small town place known as Summit, and they selected the person who a famous person, wealthy person of that town, Ebenezer Dorset. The age of the kid was 10 years, with a brown spot on his face and red color hair. So they thought that Ebenezer, being a wealthy person, easily give $2,000 to them in means for the kid to release. But author says here, but wait till I tell you what happened. So students still here, author tells us about their thought, means the idea, the thought of kidnapping when it where it strikes, and the planning. Now let's see what actually happens. Author says, "Na let just wait. Let me tell you what happens." So let's see. One evening after sunset, we drove in a cart past old Dorset's house. The kid was in the street throwing rocks at a kitten on the opposite fence. So, as per their planning, one day in the evening after sunset, they reached to the place where the Dorset house was there. They saw that the kid was playing with the kittens, actually throwing rocks on the kittens. सो चिल्ड्रन अपने प्लान के हिसाब से व्हेन द ऑथर एंड बिल हिज फ्रेंड बिल दोनों जब पहुंचे डॉर्सेट के घर के बाहर, एबनेजर डॉर्सेट के घर के बाहर, दे सॉ उन्होंने देखा कि बिल जो है दैट चाइल्ड इज गोइंग वाज प्लेइंग, वो जस्ट प्लेइंग विद द किटन्स. ओके, देन लेट्स सी व्हाट हैपेंड. हे लिटिल बॉय सेड बिल, वुड यू लाइक टू हैव अ बैग ऑफ स्वीट्स एंड अ नाइस राइड. एक्चुअली बिल ने उसे आवाज लगाया just to attract that boy, na, so that they can easily kidnap that boy. The boy nearly hit Bill in the eye with a piece of brick, but that boy was very means he was quite different nature, so he was not attracted towards sweet and all. Na, what he had done, then when Bill called him, he just throw a piece of a stone on Bill only, and it hits the nearby his eye, Bill's eye. So Bill got angry and he said what he said, that will cost the old man an extra $500 climbing down. Bill was getting down. Bill को गुस्सा आया and he was getting down, and he said कि Ebenezer को $500 more dollars देने पड़ेंगे. Means already they decided that they will ask for $2,000. So now they will add up $500 more dollar according to Bill. Okay. Next, the boy put up a fight like a middle-sized bear, but at last we got him down in the bottom of the cart and drove away. We took him up to the cave and I tied the horse up in the wood. After dark, I drove the car to the little village 3 miles away, where we had hired it, and walked back to the mountain. So Bill got down from the horse cart and tried to hold that kid, but that kid, he just fight in the starting. It was not easy to hold the kid, kidnap the kid, and come back. Na, so they have to put, means author and his friend have to put some effort. So in Bill, that boy started fighting. बच्चे ने काफी अपने आप को मीन्स लड़ा उनके साथ, and in after then finally, but they hold have control on him, and they reached in their car to the cave where they decided to keep the kid. Okay, and after then in the late evening, author again go back जहां से उन्होंने horse cart borrow किया था वहां, he went back to leave that horse cart. Okay, and after then what happens, see, Bill was putting plaster over the scratches and cuts on his face. There was a fire burning behind the high rock at the entrance of the cave, and the boy was watching a pot of boiling coffee with two feathers stuck in his red hair. He pointed a stick at me when I came up and said, "Ah, do you dare enter the camp of Red Chief, the terror of the plains?" So, students, here author says when he came back after leaving that horse cart in the village, when he came back to the cave, what he found, that Bill was busy in plastering. Plastering means actually putting the medicines and ointments on his scratches, ना, जो उसे scratches, cuts वगैरह आए थे, that boy उस बच्चे को होल्ड करने में, कवर कंट्रोल करने में, तो वो उसमें मेडिसिन लगा रहा था. And what was that child was doing? He was means they in the entrance there was a fire, and the boy was just looking at the boiling coffee. Maybe they were preparing the coffee, and boy was having some two feathers. चिड़िया का जो पंख होता है वो लगा के and holding a stick on his hand, अपने हाथ में एक stick लेके he was just walking at the mouth of the cave and he was saying that do you dare to enter the camp of the red chief? Means he the boy was actually enjoying and he was playing there the role of a red chief. Red chief was a warrior. ठीक है एंड वो बोल रहे आप तुम रेड चिफ के एरिया में आने की कोशिश कर रहे हो. Next, he is all right now, said Bill, rolling up his trousers and examining some cuts on his legs. We are playing Indians and we will give the kid the show of his life. Now, at that time, Bill told the author that no, he is now in control and we are actually playing the Indians. Indians means they are actually playing a kind of a game. Bill maybe convinced him that let's play a kind of a game in which he is going to be the king and Bill is his one of the prisoner. वो उसका कैदी बना रहता है और वो वहाँ का हेड रहता है. बच्चा जो है वहाँ का हेड रहता है. इसीलिए वो कहता है कि यू ऑथर को कि यू आर ट्राइंग टू एंटर इन द रेड चिफ्स एरिया. ओके देन yes, sir. That boy seemed to be having the time of his life. The fun of camping out in a cave made him think that I was his prisoner. He immediately named me Snake Eye, the spy, and announced that I was to be burned at the rising of the sun. The author says, yes, sir, okay. We will show the means a good time of to that boy. The fun of camping out. We will tell him कि बाहर का लाइफ कैसा होता है like that. So after that he immediately named me as a snake eye. Bill was telling that he named Bill as a snake eye, the spy. Okay, and he said that he is going to burn at the rising of the sun. Then we had supper. Supper means the dinner, and he filled his mouth full of meat and began to talk. They all three sat and they had their dinner, children. And while doing the dinner, during the dinner time, the child started talking. He made a during dinner speech, something like this. What all he talked. बच्चे ने क्या क्या बातें करी सी. I like this fine. I never camped out before, but I had a pet wild cat once, and I was 9 last birthday. I hate to go to school. Rats ate up 16 of Jimmy Talbot's aunt's hen's eggs. Lots of talking he used to मुझे यहाँ अच्छा लग रहा है मैं कभी बाहर नहीं गया. जिमी रैट ने जिमी के आंट के हैंस के 16 eggs खा लिए. Then my last birthday में 9 years का था. Means all these talks he was doing during his dinner. खाना खाते खाते वो अपने ही धुन में बातें करता चला जा रहा था. Are there any real Indians in this wood? I want some more meat. Does the trees moving make the wind blow? We had 5 puppies. What makes your nose so red, Hank? I beat Ed Walker twice Saturday. I don't like girls. You can't catch toads without a string. Do oxen make any noise? Why are mangoes round? Have you got beds to sleep on this in this cave? Amos Murray has got 6 toes. Lots of curious children he was having. A parrot can talk, but a monkey or fish can't. How many does it take to make 12? All these questions he was just having during the time of supper, during the time of dinner, he was speaking all these things. Every minute he would remember that he was an Indian and pick up his stick rifle, and go softly to the mouth of the cave to search for the spies of the enemy. The child was actually again and again taking his rifle, that is stick, and again go to the mouth of the cave, again walking here and there, that if something means koi aaya to nahi, like that. Now and then he would let out a war cry that was a terror to Bill. That boy had Bill frightened from the start. Actually children वो बच्चा enjoy कर रहा था तो रह रह के वो उसे लगता था कि दुश्मन हमला करने आ रहा है तो जोर से चिल्लाने लगता था. And because of that sound, Bill was in terror always. Okay. Red Chief, said I to the kid, would you like to go to home? ऑथर ने उसे पूछा क्या तुम घर जाना चाहोगे? Oh, what for? said he. उसने बोला किस लिए? I don't have any fun at home. I hate to go to school. I like to camp out. You won't take me back home again, Snake Eye, will you? So the child replied, I don't like to go home. In home, I am not having any fun. I just hate to go to school. So he asked to the author, don't take, means you won't take me home back, मुझे घर वापस नहीं ले जाना. And at the same time he asked to the bill also, Snake Eye, will you? So obviously not right away, said I. We will stay in the cave for a while. नहीं हम अभी नहीं जाएंगे. The author told to the red chief, and we will stay here. All right, said he. That will be fine. He said, okay then. I never had some such fun all my life. The red chief said. The child was saying all this. So children, we will stop here today. We will continue in our next video. Today we had learned that a boy of 10 years was kidnapped by the author and his friend Bill. Okay. But the boy was not crying. The boy was enjoying here. We will continue in our next